It's called the balance. It's called the balance tax. So I took a lot of L's, lots of memes, lots of jokes, and I'm still taking those jokes. So look, this has been one of the worst years for me in terms of taking L's, and I still accept that. I still accept that. Thank you. I still accept that. But sometimes there can be a light at the end of the tunnel. I was promised a treble. United fans said, League, Europa... No, I was promised a quadruple. League, Europa League, FA Cup, and something else. I don't know, whatever. No, and the Karabuki, the Karabuki. So I was promised 4 trophies. I was promised 4 trophies. And people really... Because remember, when we did the preview, we all had, okay, I think it's probably going to be like United against Juve, or in probably United, United against Feyenoord, or United against Leverkusen in the final, or potentially United even against Roma, a reunion of Mourinho. So we all had, in our bingo card, we all had United to make it the final. And they could have. But one man said, hold my beer. One man said that your bullying of Upamecano is wrong and it's sickening. One man said, only one defender should hold all else. Only one defender should hold all the brick infinity stones. And that's what you guys did. So guys, we're going to talk about United. We're going to talk about Maguire. We're going to talk about keepers and playing from the back. I want to have a real discussion about playing out from the back. And we're going to talk about Sevilla and what should happen. Remember, Sevilla are 8 points from relegation in La Liga. I want to talk about what should happen if Sevilla get the Dubinsky. If Sevilla get the Dubinsky, what should happen? Then we're going to talk about an uncle. We're going to talk about an uncle. We're going to talk about the man Jose. No oil money. He hasn't drilled for any oil. He uses scraps. A man who can turn scraps into gold. Fruit sellers, scraps, bricklayers, carpenters. And we're going to have a real discussion about your boy Uncle Mo and what really he could potentially do. You're a fan, relax. You're paid to get 15 points back. You got 15 points back. Thank you. So, guys, like the vid, subscribe if you're new, and what's it called? Please feel free to send in your super chats. Your super chats and your dubs. It's what keeps these things going and keeps this channel going through lovely. So, guys, let's get in there with our first one in there, because Sam is already happy in there. So look,
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt. Sam, I know you loving this. Mike, I know you loving this. I'd love for you to pull up my AVI, please. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that looks great. That image there looks great.
Right, A7, fantastic. It's just wonderful.
Oh man!
These lot actually thought they were good.
Look, my thing is because we have to. Because I want to hear from Jade Swiss and Sawaski, but I want to go to Waski and Jason. But my thing here is, look, see, we have to. I hate saying that it's a bit of both, but and I never say this. We have to give credit to Sevilla. Yes, Maguire messed up. Yes, United doing mistakes, but I hate when people say, "Okay, was it about United having mistakes or Sevilla being good?" I am going to say it was Sevilla being good because Sevilla's quality forced United into those mistakes. Because let's talk about that first goal, because that's a real discussion to be had. Should De Gea have passed? If you look at what Maguire was when he passed the ball, I'd say yeah. We don't give credit to how quickly Sevilla pressed to the ball and how Sevilla quickly made what was actually like a lot of time, no time in the space of 1 second. So rather than saying that, oh, it was a bad pass by De Gea, what did Maguire do? Let's give credit for how quickly Sevilla pounced on Maguire. Because the way you press is you have to time when you're about to go for the ball. Because if you go too early, then the decision is already made with the guy with the ball. But if the guy receives the ball, thinks he has all the time in the world, then as soon as he receives, it's like, oh, snap. That is the beauty of a quality press. It's about timing the press. So when the guy has the ball, he's pretty much screwed. So
there were 3 players, bro. There were 3 players. Are you kidding me? Come on. There were 3 players.
No, but Maguire was the trigger press. They knew the minute he gets the ball.
I was about to say that because when you're playing, especially when you play football, there's certain guys on your opponent's team where you know they're not that good on the ball.
Yeah.
So anytime you get the ball, it's either you completely leave them because you know they're not going to do anything with the ball, or you quickly rush and try to get the ball off them because you know they're just going to fumble. With the whole De Gea thing, I don't really put De Gea at fault for this because the manager told him to play like that.
It's the manager's
Samuel, that's why I blame De Gea, bro.
Hold on.
No. You can't. See, Sam is now going to where I'm going, where the blame is on Ten Hag. It's not on De Gea.
Yeah,
But
this
one
is-
second, not like that.
Hold on. This is where I'm gonna.
No. Wait. Because so Sam, before you go, but just very briefly, and I'll give it to you, Sam.
Yes, sir.
My thing here is this notion of we shall all play from the back is stupid. You see, I come from an era where keeper who fits. Now, when Pep came through and Spain came through, it was all about let's now have guys with good footwork. Cool. If you have an Edison, if you have a Fabian Barthez, if you have a Neuer, if you have a Claudio Bravo, boom, those guys are amazing. If a Technic, boom. Courtois,
You can throw Allison in there.
okay, let's go. But Courtois, De Gea, they're not good on the ball. As a manager, it is your job to know your players' strengths and weaknesses. And if you try and make them improve on the weaknesses and they still don't, it is what it is. Either you get a different player or you just have to play to their strengths. So forcing De Gea to play from the back when it is obvious he simply can't and just doesn't have the skill set to be able to and deal with the press, that is Ten Hag's fault. Because any time found today that, bro, so many mistakes are being made, and even when a mistake is even being made, you're lucky not to concede because the amount of times De Gea has misplaced a pass, only just going through, you can tell that he's not comfortable doing this. And what I say, and I'll give it to you, Sam, and this is the thing I ask people: how many goals have been scored from the keeper passing us from the back? It's a hipster thing. This is a football match. When you hoof the ball, you're going to get the ball back. Because I can tell you right now, not many goals are scored right from the keeper all the way. So my thing that this notion of we have to keep the ball from the keeper, why? You see, if that's your philosophy, cool, that's your philosophy. But in football terms, why must you keep the ball with the keeper? For what reason? Because if you showed me data that a lot of goals are scored by playing out from the back of the keeper, cool. But I know for a fact that they aren't. So there is no reason why you should force every single keeper to play them. If they can play from the back, cool. It's a nice thing to have and it breeds a sense of control. But not every keeper can do this because they're a freaking goalkeeper. Sam, talk to me.
Yeah, it's just 3 things, and then I'll let other people speak. With Eric Ten Hag, if you had De Gea and then you had Martinez, okay, then you can do that. But you have De Gea, who's not really good with his feet, and then you got Maguire, who is so slow on the ball. It's unbelievable. Now, when you actually look at the way the goal was scored, credit to Sevilla for their press because they used a trigger or set a trap, or the proper term, setting a trap. the actual pass from the Gea wasn't that bad in the sense that Maguire had time. Maguire did have time to scan the field, see where everyone is, and then probably make another pass or do whatever he needs to do.
No, Sam. Do you know what the thing was? You pass it back to De Gea.
Exactly.
That's what's the part. Because if you're skilled enough, you do a turn that now evades the two guys. But that's too risky for someone like you. The thing to do is that, down, guys are here, pass the ball back to De Gea, then boots it out.
Exactly. But obviously, these are...
Maguire won't pass the ball back to De Gea. He'll score an own goal. Like, nah.
But with these guys, these guys are very inept in playing that kind of philosophy of passing out from the back and stuff like that. Second of all, I have to lay off the hair a little bit, and I've heard this from United fans themselves. And I was quickly on the Football Terrace. I was just listening to what the United fans were saying, and they were saying we can't give De Gea slack when he's kicking out the ball and he's making clearances, and yet also give him slack when he's actually passing the ball. It has to be in a mentality that when De Gea is actually kicking out the ball and not passing to Maguire, that there's a mentality that he doesn't trust him. You can see why he doesn't trust him.
Yeah.
You can see why De Gea doesn't trust Maguire.
But Sam, see, it's very easy to say, Sam, if a guy is calling for the ball and say, pass me the ball, and he can see that he's free, how is that on De Gea? Because people say, no. Guys, if you freeze the frame, when he gives him the ball, the three guys are not surrounding him. Because when you watch it, it is how quickly they pounce on him that is the issue. And this is the point I made. If the pass is too big and so forth, you have to read and say, damn, pass the ball back. That's the thing to do. But when Maguire, he hit the ball to the left without even looking. He hit the ball to the left.
But you're making a mistake here. You keep saying, he's asking for the ball. No. Maguire is asking for the ball. Okay, you need to understand the difference between a normal player and Maguire. Okay, think about it, bro. We have African politicians using him as a bad, like when something goes bad, they use his
shout
name.
out to Ghana.
Bro. And we don't even call him Upamecano. They call him Maguire. Like there's a reason this guy is the face of bad defending. That's literally it. He's the face of bad defending.
I don't know if you guys remember. When I was younger, HH, you will definitely remember this. They used to have this guy called Richard Dunn.
Oh yes, yes.
And then we all, I think the guy, another guy played for Sunderland. I think his name was Titus Bramble.
Also Ipswich as well. I think he played for Ipswich as well.
They were horrible.
Just a question to the panel: has Maguire surpassed them in being a brick of a defender?
Done. Yes.
I mean, Bramble was no. But I think no, because the amount of costly mistakes Maguire has made is crazy. Because those guys made mistakes, but it is the amount of costly mistakes as well. I know, Sam, do you know what makes it worse? You're wearing the captain's armband. So exactly. I'm actually going to be extra with you if you're wearing the captain's armband. Because for me, because the thing about it is that Maguire, he's arguably he's United's worst player.
100%.
I think so what I find so weird is, you see, in any normal world, you take the captain's armband away because you have to understand that dressing room like dynamics. If the guy wearing the captain's armband is the worst player, and I'm sure everybody in that United dressing room knows that this guy is the worst player, and this guy makes making mistakes, but this guy's wearing the captain's armband. What does that have to do if your leader is the worst player? Because this is what I always say: the captain doesn't have to be the best player. The captain cannot be the worst player.
He cannot be the worst.
That's one thing. So he doesn't have to be the best player. He doesn't have to be. He cannot be the worst player because the captain is setting an example. So right in that sense, the example for United is to be a brick. If he's the club captain and so forth, the United example is that everybody should be because the captain is there to set example. So we want you to follow the brick. We don't know how you say follow the leader, follow the brick. So, Wise, talk to me, bro.
AJ, you You asked me why as to I'm currently in Madrid. You asked why.
YSK, you go down with the ship. YSK, look at. Do you know how much I've suffered?
No,
YSK, are you 11th?
No,
Have you spent 600 mil?
I've thrown
Have
myself.
you had a failure of a human being as your manager?
I've thrown myself overboard and I've swum way far away from that sinking ship. I'm way past, bro. There's no chance that these two start talking about progress. This is backwards football. Like this is backwards football. What this, bro? This is a results based business, bro. Like if you don't show results, I don't care what style of football you bring in. Len Lag, you're not Pep, bro. You're not Pep.
YSK, I fear for Sunday because Brighton.
You're not.
I fear for Sunday.
Brighton, bro. Brighton.
It's over.
United,
Bring back Ragnick.
Bro, I just realized Chelsea got bamboozled and re-realized at the crib by Brighton. This team might not get a touch of the ball because that midfield and Maguire and Lindelof is most likely to start that game as well. That combo, bro, it might get ugly against Brighton. Because guys were saying in the last stream, they were already saying, "Oh, United is the they're the final line in stopping Leps getting the treble." I'm like, wait. It's not even the final yet.
Like guys, okay, let's change that.
The treble is on. The treble.
No.
On.
I think what's like. I think Real Madrid is the last line. We're not. I'm sorry. I'm not putting any money on United. All those CXC goals, bro.
Even if this side by some miracle gets to the final, and then obviously City do their thing, and then they go for it. Bro, this side is not beating Man City for no treble.
Bro, Maguire versus Haaland. Lord have mercy.
Bro, last time that happened, Haaland dropped a 3-piece. Maguire wasn't playing that game.
Wait, though. This whole tie, look at the whole tie. Who do you blame the most? Maguire, Ten Hag. Who do you blame the most for the whole tie? Or should we just give credit to Sevilla being so good?
No, you gotta give credit to Sevilla. But like you said, it's a mixture of both. But I give more credit to Sevilla than the United mistakes. Because bro, granted the comeback at Old Trafford was ridiculous. 2 own goals. They didn't even put the ball in their own net. So, but they were persistent. They played to the whistle.
Yeah.
And in this game, they just completely dominated United the entire game. And as much as the individual errors cost United, bro, Sevilla was pressing like crazy.
It was crazy.
They were pressing like crazy. Why
is none of your fan base blaming your midfield for not being able to control their game?
Because
none of them are press resistance.
Okay, I mean, Casemiro is not a controlling midfielder. That's not his job. And Sabitzer, HH called this guy the bits. So a guy called Bits shouldn't be able to control.
He was supposed to do bits. He was supposed to do bits.
A guy called Bits is not controlling any midfield.
Hey, look at he scored both your goals in this time, man.
Yeah, and then I don't care. And then Eriksen. Actually, let me not go there. I'll keep that.
You remember that phone?
I don't know. So, yeah, Sonny Eriksson. Yeah, I had one. Shout out to Sonny Eriksson that looked like a brick with the antenna.
I had that as well, but it was a nice phone.
H7, how old are you? Why is it continue?
I was blessed, HH. I was blessed, man.
Okay, all right. Why is it?
Okay. Bro, it's a wraps. And Ten Hag, like I said, bro, you might be a disciple in the slightest way possible, because this guy was just a side chick to Pep at Bayern. Like he's not a direct disciple of Pep.
Wait, hold up. So you're now turning on Ten Hag. I thought this guy was a second coming. He's
No,
amazing.
no,
What?
No.
Wait,
HH,
wait, hold on a minute,
HH,
hold on a
HH, they
minute.
call this guy the
HH.
Messiah. HH,
You-
they
Wait,
call
hold on
this
a
guy
minute.
the
Waske,
Messiah.
I heard he was the Messiah.
Hold on a minute.
I said that
Hold on a minute.
they told me that he's second only to Moses.
Who
He
is
said he's
the-
second only to Moses.
I mean, that's fair enough. Shout out to them guys. I was, bro. Click on my AV.
Is this Vinny and Chris?
That's
The
your only
guy-
hope right now.
The guy to the left
That's
of
disgusting.
the guy to the left. He's currently belly dancing in Saudi Arabia.
No,
Hey, did you see what he done the other day?
no.
Did you
What's
see that
not
choke
really
slam?
dancing.
WWE.
He hit the RKO.
That was a stunner. He hit a stunner on a dude. Bro. That was a Stone Cold
bro.
stunner.
It was good. Like it was a good stunner.
Hey,
No,
HH, guess who was ref in that game? It was Michael Oliver.
Michael
ref in that
Oliver.
game, you know?
8-7. There's a thing called money. Okay.
I know,
Obviously,
I was so shocked.
did you know what the thing is? You know what I think? Maybe the reason why EPL refs are so bad is that they don't get paid enough.
Yeah.
If you're having to go to Saudi Arabia to get a bigger bag, maybe it's a lack of cash. Yo, Prince Charlie, cut the check. Prince Charlie, cut the damn check.
The reason
King Charles.
the reason
8-7.
why
No, wait. Sorry, hold on. 8-7. For as long as I say I'm going to call him Prince. Let him try and say I will call him
Respect
Prince.
your king, AJ. Respect your king.
Shut up. Prince, whatever. Why is he continue, man? Prince Charlie.
they better not find out where you live.
Where do I live? I don't know where I live.
Wait, why is
The-
Can I ask you a question?
No.
Sam, ask him. No, Sam, ask him. No, why is he shut up? Sam, what's your question to again? What's your question, Sam?
We need to have very uncomfortable conversations. Something of the Sancho.
That guy's a like,
Sam,
you can't take anyone back.
Go to the door.
Sam,
Kenna and where it started. Kenna and where my
wait,
Bro, if
Sam, dude,
guys, if you invested in Sancho stocks, man,
That's you.
Henning
You need to call him
Woods
Jad.
loaded the mountain.
dude, there's
what?
You need to call him Jad.
When did I call him the Jad? Since
Call
when?
him Jad, man.
I never
Yeah, man,
invested
call
in the
him
guy. I
Jad.
never invested in the guy.
there's a documentary
you
of
did.
receipts there,
That
brothers.
guy drops a performance. every 10 games.
I told guys that Sancho ain't it, but no one wanted to
Three
listen,
points. Three
so.
points on the Jad since Sam asked. One, the guy in the shades on the left-hand side of your screen ruined his entire career by calling the Jad. Two, this guy he's a roadman.
Guys, he's actually a roadman. He's actually a roadman.
No,
Guys,
he's actually a roadman. Like he's actually he is a roadman.
Wait, Streets. Is this a booking? Should this be a booking?
Oh wow, no, that's a yellow. That's a yellow.
Yeah, that's a yellow. That's a yellow.
Number three.
Wow. It's
Is it
not
yellow?
that's cool.
No, is it yellow? If it's true?
That's cool.
I blame the
Send
weed.
this
I
guy-
blame
Let's
the weed.
continue. Continue.
This guy is he actually might be that rapper that footballer who's disguised who's sending out rap videos.
Oh,
That might
he is.
actually
He's
be
in
him.
one of the music videos. I'm telling you guys.
He
I
might-
seen
he
him
might
in one of the
actually be
music
him.
videos.
Do you know what?
Three.
I'm sad because Sancho is he's a brother from London, just the same as I want him to be well, but this is just sad.
Yeah, no, because I think like, do you know what it is? I think Sancho thinks it's indoor football.
No.
Say-
No.
Did you know how in indoor football we're like, it's all about putting your foot to the ball and just it's like Sancho. This is what you do after science. 5 p.m. You know when you have like your school kids and everything and so forth, and you run down to the sports hall. You're playing like indoor football after double science at 6 p.m.
At least in indoor football they shoot. This
Bro.
guy never shoots, man.
Bro, you know how
Nah, he's a pass first player, man.
you know how no he's what you know how strikers are dying, like old school strikers, they're dying.
Yeah.
Bro, wingers are finished, bro. He plays like he plays like you're having
Nah, he's a
You're
power league.
having
He's
a-
a power league merchant, man. He's a power
bro,
league
you know
merchant.
8-7, you know goals, bro. This guy's a goals merchant, bro. This guy's a goals merchant.
Hey, if this guy would play power league, I'm telling you, he'd be a baller, man.
They literally sent him to Siberia to come back, and the guy still shoots. Like, bro.
Apparently, they're saying that there was some Ciroc in the mountains. That he went
Guys,
to.
if come next year, Sancho he's playing for like Doncaster Blues, the power league, bro.
Wait.
God.
Goals has got to get this guy a sponsorship deal, but get him on the cover of Goals.
No, bro, like YSK, you know that in those animes, there's that guy that usually goes on a trip with his master and comes back as a bad guy. This guy went
No.
and came back the same.
Gatlock.
Like nothing.
Send him back to the mountains. Send him back.
I don't know if you
And
guys seen this.
make sure he
team
doesn't
on
return.
YouTube called SC Dons. But I feel like that's where he plays his football now because
Now, be real. Hey, Samuel. He doesn't have the PMP to play for them, man, as well.
that's
bro.
true.
Let's
No,
keep
that's
it real.
true. That's Sunday football.
The man will run him off the park. They'll run him off the park, man, if he tries to play with them lot, man.
Oh my
Bro,
days.
you
He's
know what I
undergoing
don't
the Deli
understand?
Allification of footballers.
Bro, when you're one
No,
v
because you
one,
realize like this, because almost like I think like when like commentators are trying to say for Sancho, I think that they just glitch because they're like pace. I think they just glitch because like wait a minute, black pace power but no pace power. So I think because they just glitch. I mean,
bro,
oh,
I've never seen a winger who's so scared to take people on. Like, he'll see a defender like 10 yards away from it. He'll still cut back. I don't get it. He can't take the reason.
I can't believe I'm about to call somebody a pass merchant. Like that's it.
That's what I said to you, lot. He's a pass first guy.
No, but
Even during skills, he'll pass first.
He's not just a pass merchant. He's a pass back merchant. He doesn't pass forward. He always passes back. So this guy, he's another liability. And you know how I feel about Yoga Eurovision on the other on the
well,
right
he was
hand
actually one of your better players, man.
that tells you everything. The reason why I brought up Arabian Nights on my AV is because the manager had the nerve. He had the cojones to try and get this to eliminate and exile this guy out of the club. But he's so insistent on Maguire starting. How is Maguire still at this club?
Because nobody wants Maguire. Bro.
We know why he's still at the club. We know why he's still getting games. Hey, bro, HH, this white tax and this whole Queen Lizzie privilege is a real thing, bro. Like,
no, it is.
It doesn't. I don't think that applies to Maguire. I don't think that actually applies to Maguire. Nobody wants Maguire. Who wants him?
No. Can I ask a question?
No. Wait, hold on. H7. If Maguire wasn't English or white, would he still be captain after all these performances?
Now, you know that I think that's just the 80 million tax. I think that's the Glazer tax. I can't lie.
If he was black, would he have stayed for that?
Samuel, wait.
Guys, these are just cold hard facts.
Because Eric Bailly left before him.
No, because I think, look, see, the fact is that it is obvious that he can't continue being captain. First of all, you should actually be doing jail time in Greece. So I don't know how you actually got away from that, man. So you should actually be doing.
He's a criminal. He's a criminal.
YSK. Wait. What's the guy from Prison Break who got free? He's that dude from Prison Break. Like, wait, what was his name? Who was the Prison Break? Basically,
Schofield.
Basically, Schofield. Harry Schofield. It's Harry Schofield. He's out on the loose. So first of all, you should be doing 10 to 5 in maximum security prison in Athens with Zeus and Xena and what's that chick? Medusa. Basically, you should be saying what's up to Medusa.
It's a real tax. It's a real tax.
Yeah,
bro. Okay, you had United actually had. Do you remember Tuanzebe? He was actually a decent defender. Tuanzebe was a decent defender. Even that fool Tyler Blackett, that guy was alright as well. Bye. All of these dudes.
Now, Bye, guys, let's be real. Bye had to go, man. That guy was.
He's been pretty good for us, to be honest.
No, but he was getting himself injured, man.
He was at what point the best defender. I wasn't
no, Bye that like you don't sell that guy. You don't sell that guy.
He's
not sold. He's on loan to Marseille.
Hold on. Let me comment. So let me comment to Jesus. Can I just hear from the United guys? So Jesus, your thoughts on the whole side, man?
Yeah, as I said last week, we had players playing against us. That third goal.
Bro,
your mic sounds like the T800, bro. Try maybe rewriting because you sound like Annie. What's it called? Smoke. Talk to me when it comes to your catalog. Smoke.
HH, I remember the beginning of the season. Some guy said it has come to an end. HH, right? And
J2S, I need you to put up that AVI. Because J2S had that area where like Ten Hag is like looking, he's in the background, he's looking at the trophies and says errors come to an end. J2S, can you please put up that API? Actually, okay. If you want to, I'll find it myself. Smoke, continue.
Is it
Ten
possible?
Hag, errors come to an end.
Is it possible for errors to come to an end before it started?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, HH. Like, Ten Hag is actually older than Pep. So he speaks like he's this young guy coming on the block. I don't get it, HH. Maybe HH, like, no, man. Shout out to these guys, HH. Right.
HH, please zoom into my AVI.
HH,
oh, no, I got it.
You're actually flattered to deceive. Like, I remember these guys, they were on a hot run, then they went to Anfield, right? And then Ten Hag is like, Anfield is just another soccer ground, right? It's like, you know, there's linesmen just like any ground, and then you're gonna get a ref just like any ground. He goes there, gets spanked 7-0 HH. Like this guy, HH, this guy, he basically looks for doy. Like he finds a way to achieve doy. Like he's basically a Dodd and doy merchant, HH. No, HH, like I was laughing, right? First 2-0 up, bottled the lead to 2. The moment they got 2-2 HH, I knew.
Yeah, it was over. It was over.
I knew that you're not gonna go to Sevilla, right? You must understand these guys. It's their cup. They have that heritage.
Yes.
Europa League and HH. What do we say about La Liga now? Because almost all the seasons United have been knocked out by La Liga
guys,
teams.
We gotta be honest. We're La Liga's bitches, man. Let's be real, man.
Yes.
We're La Liga's bitches, man.
Yes. No. But see, this is why it's like when you talk about what's the best league, it's what are your parameters? Is it marketing? Premier League. Performance in European competitions, it's La Liga. You know.
Wait, hold on. I think
No. I don't think you can simplify it like that, bro. Because let's be honest, except for it's mostly Real Madrid and Sevilla that usually just knock out anybody in Europa or Champions League.
Atletico knocked out United last season.
No. United's record against Spanish teams.
United have been getting knocked out by Spanish teams in for the past like how many years? It has been since 2018.
Hold on, let me come out to smoke.
Because at the end of the day, these are guys who are 8 points off relegation, struggling in the league. But then when it's the big nights, when it's the big night, and United is flying in the Premier League, people are talking about how United is back and whatnot. We've been hearing, this, whatnot. But then when it matters, and when you pay them against each other, I think we need to give more respect to La Liga,
Yes.
Okay, besides Barcelona, because Barcelona, we know, I think they traumatized by Bayern. I think Barca is just traumatized by Bayern. So then
referee cheating tax as well. We got to apply that as well.
But most La Liga team, even Valencia, they knocked out Bayern last season, right? So I think
Villarreal.
Villarreal, sorry. So I think we need to give more respect to La Liga when it comes to European nights and when paired up against other the big dogs, they show up. So I think United fans got cocky. They thought the tie was over before they even played. Because I remember the draw, they're like, Villarreal. I mean, they're like, Sevilla, we're gonna knock them out.
No. Everyone had United making the final.
They were even talking about that we could win. They were talking about the treble. I remember RDS. Treble.
I had treble. I had treble.
Shout out to J2S. At least J2S
I heard quad.
shows up.
I heard quad.
Yeah, I heard quad. Yeah, the quads are gone as well. That's why I tell you, stay away from the squad things. Ask Liverpool. The bad omen. Don't talk about quads.
You know what's so mad? We were actually very close to it. These lot were nowhere near it.
No, it's true.
Liverpool were like 2 games away from
No. First of all, Liverpool were close. Second of all, Liverpool was an actual quad. A Europa League is not part of a quad. That's not part of a quad. Don't give me that crap. So let me hit some debates that will come to those two guys. So,
and by the way, put money on Man City doing the treble. I put money on it. No, that's my thing. Because it's smoke. What's going to happen is that I'm not going to take an L fully. Here's the thing. Semester, you're right. I'm going to put money on Pep winning a treble. So if he wins a treble, I'll discredit him, I'll insult him, and I'll bring out the receipts of how much oil he's drilled. But you know what, Pep? Fine.
I get money as well. So you know what, Smasi? Thank you. I am actually going to look at the odds. I'm going to put money on Pep getting the treble. So when the odds are great, I'm going to put it on right now. And then if Pep, if you win, cool, I win as well. So if you win, I win too.
Sheffield will knock us out, HH. So
smoke, stop.
Pep will make sure you lose your money.
Smoke.
Wait,
hold on. Shout out Latin Ozara. Just Juve got their 15 points to no one's surprise after we paid the league through a brown envelope. Moji lives. We can focus on more Chelsea slander. Hashtag Europa coming home. Hashtag brown envelope lives.
Yeah. So I really had to look down to see that's what.
So basically, so guys, if you look at your Serie table right now, Juve are now third because your 15 points got reinstated. No. Sam, it's very simple. If you knew that they could appeal and you weren't fully sure, why did you deduct the 15 points in the first place? If
bro, that's some backwards core process, man.
No. Why? Isn't it the thing to do as to like, okay, this is your allegations and so forth. Now appeal. If your appeal fails, then we deduct you.
Bro,
How do you
wait, hold on. Sentencing someone for 10 years in jail and then later be like, you can appeal it.
Bro, no, basically, this, you know what? This is like almost racial. This is like we actually planted this thing for you to make you go into prison. You've spent 10 years of like a 30-year sentence. Oh, oops, we lied on you. Come out. Yeah, but I already dropped the soap in the shower in jail already.
Whoa, wow.
And so forth.
Whoa, yo.
I'm just saying. I've had guys watch us. Guys, watch us.
No,
watch us.
Don't watch us.
No, guys, trust me. Watch us. You will never commit a crime for the rest of your life. You will never ever commit a crime for the rest of your life. That's what I'm saying.
Do you remember that?
No, guys. You know what? I told you, forget Prison Break. Watch us. You will never commit a crime.
Do you remember that?
Prison ain't it. Do
you remember that Boondocks episode, man?
Yes, that's what I'm referring to. Yes, it's that one exactly. No, that's what exactly I'm referring to. I mean, again, I don't want to explain. Just watch that Boondocks episode with that guy. You know the guy. That's what I'm saying.
Traumatizing at the same time. But anyways,
yeah. I mean, so shout out to your boy, my mates, who has gone off Twitter, but shout out to him. David De Gea moving like Carl the Dragon. Hashtag De Gea the Dragon. I thought. Isn't it Spyro? Isn't Spyro the dragon? I thought it was Spyro.
No, I think he's talking about that goalkeeper inside FC. You know that goalkeeper that was inside FC.
But Spyro is the dragon. Who the hell is Carl?
No, there's that goalkeeper, man, inside Man FC, man. It was conceding like 8 goals.
Oh, look.
Cal the Dragon?
Look, it's all about... Okay, all right. So Zalteng TV, shout out to Zalteng, take the dub. Since the Karabuki, I always said we play awful football. I said last week De Gea cost us too many goals. but he makes saves. You know what? I'm just going to respond to this. David Gea put us under so much pressure with his kicking. Why is the fridge playing? This is on Ten Hag. You know he can't play from the back. Guys, what is the keeper supposed to do? If a keeper is bad at footwork, so if you can't save or you make mistakes and you can't catch, then I've got issues. If you're horrible at that footwork, so do you know how to kick the freaking ball? Cool. So my thing though is, why? This is what I don't want. I don't give a damn about how the game has evolved. A requirement of a keeper shouldn't be you are good with your feet. No, that's trash. If you're good with your feet, that's a bonus. Hey, you're good with your feet. That's a nice bonus. Now we can play like this. If you're not good with your feet, cool. Can you save? Can you command your area? Is your handling good? Can you instruct the defense? Are you loud enough to shout man and actually claim the ball? Do you have a good command of your area? That's what I need. If you're not good with your footwork, good. If you can pass, good. But the instruction is if you sense any danger, hoof the freaking ball. So this idea, because I think even Gatwick even said it. The amount of teams I see where this keeper can play from the back. And you know that this keeper is under pressure. But for some reason, they're like, oh, do you have to do? But you can see this keeper is literally cannot play from the back. That every time when he turns, the entire earth turns with him as well. So I don't know why guys are doing this, bro. It's like, come on, man. I mean,
bro, it goes back to these philosophy merchants, man.
Philosophy merchants.
It's plan AO is nothing. So That's the problem.
No, because like, why
you have to go back to the World Cup winners of 2010 and 2014. They are goalkeepers, man.
No, but you see, my thing though is the job of a manager is, as I said, the strengths and weaknesses of my players. This idea of because when did it now become a thing that every keeper must not play on from the back? When did that happen?
Remember when you said that Ronaldo changed? Hold on. Remember when you said Ronaldo changed the way strikers play?
Yeah.
How we judge Haaland on based on tech and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Putting the ball into the back of the net. Will you see a scenario where maybe someone like Neuer, or maybe Casillas to a degree, with the way Spain played, the way Germany
Neuer wasn't the first goalkeeper to play at the back. He was just a sweeper keeper.
No. But see, here's the thing though.
They're just all bad copies of Neuer. Let's face
it. But here's the thing. So when R9 was at his top, Henry was super young. So Henry had time to watch R9, view his game, and then develop the game. De Gea was already fully into his career as a keeper when Neuer and these guys were doing their thing. So to try and turn and also it depends whether you have that skill set. Wenger just saw that Henry had that skill set and was able to say, Henry, Thierry, forget this whole wing thing. I know you can be a complete player like R9. For De Gea, the fact of the matter is that he simply just doesn't have the skill set to do what Neuer can do, to do what Casillas can do, and do what Stegen can do. Like, for me, I remember Bartes. Bartes was unique because nobody was doing what Bartes was doing. Because I'm about to say, this guy's actually really good on the ball because nobody tried the things or was as comfortable on the ball as Bartes was. That's because Bartes used to be an outside player. So Fekir was like, Bartes, do your thing because I trust you to do that. But he didn't do that with Schmeichel. He didn't do that with Van der Sar because Van der Sar and Schmeichel couldn't do what Bartes can do. So the issue is that De Gea clearly can't do this. So it's not on De Gea. It's on the manager. So Ten Hag should be like, boot it. And that's what I keep on saying to guys. How many goals have been scored from the keeper passing us from the back?
A lot of goals, man.
It's like how Bayern can make Roma.
Can I talk? Can you hear me now? Is it working?
Yeah. Jason, talk to me and then take the rest of the jobs. Jason, talk to me.
On the De Gea thing, people forget when he came to Man United, he could actually play it from the back because he came from Atletico Madrid like 2011, I think it was 2012. We actually took his ball playing skills out of him at Man United, and then became the shot stopper. And then possession today, when we gave possession away for the first goal, it's from De Gea kicking it long out of play. He can't even kick it long properly because we have no focal point because Martial's injured again. And we got, what is it, Chekhorst? We're not relying on that guy. I'm sorry. He is not a good player. And then Maguire and Lindelof in defense, I mean, what were we expecting for them? We've seen this under Oli. We've seen this under Ragnick. And we've seen it during the season as well, Maguire. Mistakes again. Last week, he scored in his own net, but he can't score in the opposition's net. It doesn't make any sense. And then whenever Maguire comes on for a little cameo, he always takes the armband off Bruno for some reason. Like, why? And he's always dropping interviews saying, I'm the best player. This is why managers pick me. At least you can't say, we haven't lost since the Brentford game and I've been playing. Because finally today we've lost with him in defence. And the midfield today, Eriksen, Sabitzer, I'm not calling the bits. I'm sorry.
The bits. Man
United fans are like, we've got a new player. We should sign him. It's like we get hyped over average players because we don't see Fred and McTominay be like, this is a good player. But Sabitzer's an okay player. He's an average player. He's not amazing. Bruno's an okay player. He's not amazing. It's because Man United fans are so used to average and shit. Whenever we see something that's a little bit bright, we think half the fan base thinks Marcus Rashford was world class. I said he wasn't world class. I said he's been more effective. If you've seen the 88th minute, does anyone see his cross? It went out for a throwing on the opposite side.
That was a shot. I was convinced that was a shot.
Even if it was a shot, it's going backwards. Why is the shot going backwards?
Nah, bro. That's what happens when you press square and circle at the same time.
Who the hell crosses it like that, bro?
Bro. He pressed square and circle at the same time, bro.
Marcus Rashford crossing. He can't cross. He shoots the cross.
Yeah, he doesn't knock a ball cross. He doesn't knock a
shot cross, man.
People compare him to Saka.
Lookable. Yeah, show my AVI. This is Rashford. This is the real Rashford.
Okay. Oh no. Whoa! Wow. Do you know that's the thing? A grown man can never do that to me, bro. That's that. I don't care whether you're a soldier or anything.
Yo, is he giving him a wedgie?
A grown man is not wedging me across the street in public. That's not happening, bro. I know he's a soldier. I know he's probably armed. You know, then something there's going to be a fight and so forth. You're not carrying me like this as a grown man. That's not happening,
bro. How are you going to fight an armed man?
Look, man. Africa needs to chill, man. Africa needs to chill.
Shout out to your brother Terry as well, because he was pushing the agenda that Russia's got the highest GA.
J2S years ago on Fan Park.
Yes, I remember.
That's Rashford over Mbappe. That's what it was. That's what it said.
He might have Salah has the same GA in the Premier League, but Salah's having apparently a shit season, but he's somehow equaled what Rashford's output is.
Actually,
you see, that's the thing. I saw something on Twitter, and I was like,
Salah's more assists and
this can be right. So with it. So Salah's stats and output is pretty much the same as Rashford. And we're seeing I'm like,
Salah is playing a tougher competition.
Salah has better all-round game.
Better all-round game. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's continue this. So shout out to your best friend, man. Didn't Eric B basically call Dybala a bum for not wanting to join Chelsea? Well, actually, Eric B can't even be found now. Also, Ahmad Inter chose the Luke Skywalker over Dybala. Barella and Dybala would be fired. Look, I mean, Inter messed up there. Dybala would have been amazing.
I didn't
Can I ask a question briefly? Hold on. Can I ask a question about this? Because if you think about it, bro, Roma. Who's Roma striker?
What's it called?
Tammy Abraham. Nice. Who's AC Milan striker?
Ivan. Shout out to Ivan Ade. No, because again, guys. So guys, this is a running test. I wanted to see whether we can get through the year without a Chelsea subliminal in a stream. So Gato, well done. We have failed yet again. The aim, streets and everyone, the aim is to go through an entire year, the entire season without a Chelsea subliminal. So Gatlock, well done for failing for this stream. Let's see how the week we can do well on Saturday. So Ivan, shout out to Ivan. Maguire saw Upa yesterday and said, you see, Upamecano is like fear.
Can I say something about Upamecano?
Yes.
Yesterday, I wasn't on the stream because I went to a bar to see the game and got drunk because I was so mad. So I didn't come to this. Upamecano, he can't start for Bayern again. I can't do this anymore. By the way, Core is on curse on my club. Since he became a Bayern fan,
Core is crazy.
Bayern, since 2009, that's the first year Bayern went out to the quarterfinals 3 years in a row. Since 2009. Core is a curse on my club. He needs to leave Bayern as
Sebastian, next season I'm making Cole support Man City. He's making a Man City.
Wait, hold on. Let me just finish the jobs. No, let me just finish the jobs. Let me just finish the jobs and I'll come to you. But it's fair. Jabi took over a relegation Leverkusen, now is 6th in the league and in the Europa League semi. That's quality. Why is Tomori not playing for England, yet Maggie is #skin attacks? Look, I have no idea.
Maguire is the best centre back for Man United.
Look, again, I have no look for me. Because look, Tomori, Maldini literally vouched for Tomori. Maldini is one of the greatest defenders of all time, and he literally handpicked Tomori as this is the guy for AC Milan. So that's crazy. But as far as Jabi goes, that's amazing. Like what he's doing for Leverkusen is amazing. Like for me, I think we're having a Leverkusen
Do you want to
actually, know what? We'll say that afterwards. So, Smoke. I want divine intervention at Chelsea first. Like let's first sign divine intervention first, and then we can talk about the guys. Casey.
Divine intervention.
Divine intervention. No.
That?
Nobody. It's divine intervention.
Yeah, but Joe Bowley probably think you can get him.
Wait, what?
No, it's not a nickname. It's divine intervention. Spirituality.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. Oh, sorry. You guys thought it was a nickname for a player. No, I meant I wanted to sign divine intervention.
Nah, you lot are down. You lot are down bad, HH.
You want to give Sean the
Wow,
idea.
so you were fluent transfer. So now you're signing.
Spirituality, yes.
You can sign the Daily Lama. I think.
So and also if you push me, I'm gonna sign. Actually, no, let me not. Casey, knocked out last 11-13 by 6 different La Liga teams.
Why is Casey talking? He's a Man United fan. He acts like he's a Barca fan, but he's a United fan.
Well, hold on, he's a United fan.
You can't talk, bro. You have to hold this L today as well.
No. H7. If you pay $500 for grass, I think you spot that club, bro. I'm sorry, H7. Like H7. I'm sorry. Like if you're going to pay $500 for grass, I think you are.
Wait,
you're $800 club.
HH
what do you mean grass?
AK, long story. AK, long story.
HH, has Casey ever made a bid for your background?
YSK, now you've put the thoughts into my head. I'm going to check my DMs, and he probably will, bro. He probably will. Oh, no, this is funny. HH versus United Trade, WrestleMania, biggest jinx title.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see what he tweeted out?
Bro,
that guy is funny, man.
Nah, I think Mark Goldbridge is a bigger jinx than you, HH.
Supported Bayern against Man City. I knew it was over.
No, he so surely he can't be he has to be a troll. He can't be a real United fan. Because some of the stuff this guy says is like, you can't be serious.
Yeah, he said Martial was tough, and then he got injured after 40 minutes.
He's the guy that has the Martial AVI, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, man, that guy is funny.
Yeah. I always say United Trade.
Martial should sue him.
Yeah, no, for me, look, guys, I told you, do you know how much of a jinx I am? Actually, no. I'm going to tell you how much of a jinx I am afterwards. Let me just hit the jobs and I'll tell you how much of a jinx I am.
Call is more.
Conference and Europa League over UCL this season. Bro, like see, hopefully the semis do better. UCL knockouts have been pretty mid. I've got to be so far. The UCL knockouts have been pretty mid.
Last 2 seasons, Real Madrid doesn't carry.
David C. If he didn't trust Maguire, he should have booted it. If your captain says, I'm open. Okay, take it. If you feel it's on you. You called for it. I see that yellow thing around your arm. El Capitan, take it. So no, that was fine. Arsenal CL winners, man. Thank you for the Dubinsky. Maguire or Mustafi?
Mustafi's
better. He's got a World Cup. He's got a World Cup.
No, as a German, I have to say Mustafi. He's the worst German player I've seen.
No.
Don't bring German tax here.
Bro, I don't recall Mustafi ever making this many mistakes, bro.
So hold on. So Ogene, thank you, bro. Cruella Seville. If they don't scare you, no football team will. So where is my thing right now? So for the ball, and I appreciate the donation, and the donation do help the channel to grow. But okay, that is one of the worst lyrics to a song I've ever heard in my life, bro. So that brick was much deserved. Jesus Christ in heaven, man. But shout out to you, man. Thank you for the Dubinsky. Ivan, Maguire gets picked over Tomori because of Caucasia tax. Interesting.
Wait, hold
on.
Wait, David C. Congrats, City 2023 treble winners.
Yeah, congrats.
That's it. See, David C. I'm doing a jinx class. I think like next weekend and so forth. You need to be a bit much more subtle in your jinx and so forth. Because trust me, David C. I'm on his side, but your jinx is a little bit more.
Your jinx is like RDS, which always backfires, man.
Yeah. 14 UCLs. We are the only chance to kill a potent Pep treble. Yep. It is 100%. As bad as this is, I'm still positive. Oh, Qatari flag, and he shows the Qatari flag.
Glazers in.
Patrick, happy 420. Time to smoke this United pack. Who has smoked today?
I'm in Saudi, so I can't smoke in it, man.
What are you doing in Saudi Arabia? Wait.
I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave soon.
No. Don't leave. Wait. Why are you in Saudi Arabia? Don't tell me.
I was here for Ramadan.
H7, I swear to you, if you went to watch Cristiano.
I actually did. I actually got to watch him, you know.
No, you can't drop a brick. I thought you were gonna drop a brick.
No. Come on, I can't drop a brick from Ramadan. I can't do that. Like if he didn't say Ramadan, I would have dropped a brick. But he said Ramadan, so I'm screwed. JC, Sancho has that Dortmund sub.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Oh no,
That's a dub, AJ.
No.
That's a dub.
David T, that's messed up.
WT.
You see,
Nah,
I never understand
that's-
this thing. I never understand this stuff.
Nah,
How come it's only Man City that buys
that's
players
that's messed
from
up.
Germany that works? I don't get.
Hold up. We missed
They work
Bruno.
for Pep system, that's why.
He missed Bruno. He does what Eriksen doesn't: cover defensively. Needed Rashford earlier. Still trust Ten Hag. All right. Cesar Silva. Do not let Uncle Mo win back-to-back European trophies with this Roma side. With its best player being a 30-year-old injury-prone Dybala.
Do you remember what I told you? I said Mourinho was going to be
Wait.
Oh, Cesar, they're scared. Cesar, they're scared.
Wait, Dybala.
I've
Dybala's
seen this
30?
before in the receipts.
Bro, is Dybala actually 30?
No, it's 29.
Yeah. 29, but will be 30 later in the year.
What
November.
the hell? Oh my
David C. Also, JS25 doesn't fit a Ten Hag player. He looks... Oh, Sancho. Okay, Sancho. He looks mentally weak. Ten Hag has brought in mentality, strong leaders and winners. Resurrected Rashford, brain as well. Well, where was his brain tonight against Sevilla?
He just came back from injury.
Marvin M. Outside of Casemiro, all presidents in
No,
the
you can't say that. Marvin, you can't say that about him.
Martinelli is to come on. No, don't. No, also, what's it called? Jesus. Jesus as well. What the hell?
Yeah.
No, you can't say that.
And the Newcastle lad.
Okay, Gimaresh.
Even an old school Firmino, man.
Yeah. Marvin, just speak on one-legged.
Firmino, Jesus, Martinelli, like
basically, basically, Marvin. You mean one-legged? One-legged is the guy that was on a plane. Okay, so
Yoga Eurovision, man.
No, do you know?
Okay, one-legged. Hold on. Okay, Ivan. Sancho only shoots. Okay.
Oh, he probably misses too.
That's a red.
Nah, that's mad. That's actually mad.
That's a yellow. Ivan, that's a yellow.
What if he misses though?
Okay, smoke.
That's the yellow also.
Smoke, that's the yellow as well. Do
you know what?
Smoke. We're not making an adult movie here, man. So relax. Just three. Sevilla. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just get this Dubinsky, man. So Sevilla 2018, Barca 2019, Sevilla 2020, Villarreal 2021, Atleti 2022, Sevilla 2023. 6th time in a row eliminated by La Liga. La Liga punks EPL. I'm sorry. La Liga has punked EPL too many times. But I think City get the revenge against Real Madrid.
Yeah,
but
wait, no. La Liga punks United. That's not
United.
EPL.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No,
yeah,
but
Chelsea not involved here.
Nah, do you know what? In
They're
recent
not
years,
involved in Europe, period.
You know,
We're just gonna talk. Ole came second and took them to many semi-finals and finals. LVG won an FA Cup. My guy won Europa and League Cup plus highest points since Sir Alex Ferguson with a BS backline. Ten Hag spent more than 200 million on Ole's squad. He repeated the same mistakes of both legs. Hold up. So are we saying Ole over Ten Hag?
How bad was
More relax.
How bad was Ole really? How bad was Ole really?
Honestly,
I'm just saying.
how bad was it?
No, that's a good question.
The sad thing that we're already comparing them after just one season.
Guys, are we saying Bobo, bring back Ole? Bobo.
Bring back Ole. I think Ole should get the Chelsea job.
What about Ricky Ralph? Ralph wasn't bad.
Would you?
Okay, that's
Ralph wasn't bad.
No.
Ralph
Okay, hold
wasn't
on. YSK, would you take Streets and just would you take back Ole?
Would you take Ole at the bridge?
Yeah, I think he should go to the bridge. You know.
If I get you top four,
Jesus Christ.
Jason, would you take back Ole at Old Trafford? Jason, would you take back Ole?
Can you ask him?
I heard Pochettino was linked to the bridge.
J2S, you're your own man. Don't be influenced by others. Would you take Ole back at the Traff?
at the trap. We're not calling it that.
OT.
At the Traff. Odds. Okay, would you take him back at odds?
Hero dreams.
Okay, you know what? Okay, look. David T. I blame Woodford for Maggie went in late, and Leicester didn't want to sell for cheap as their games were close approaching. Hence, £80 million, not the first time.
Look, man. Honestly, when you think about it,
you should be mad that he went in at all.
Wait, hold on. Okay, let me come to Elijah. So Elijah, talk to me. So United and Sevilla, then we're going to talk more.
Oh no, yeah, I was going to say, when you really think about it, Leicester finessed United because after they sold Maguire, they won 2 trophies after. So,
yeah.
Big ups to Leicester.
I mean, they might get relegated.
Wait, are we counting the Community Shield as a trophy?
No.
Yes, there's one trophy.
That's to you guys, but me, I'm a purist, so I go with that. United was a shambles. I think the problem was United, instead of playing aggressively, go and put the tie away, they decided to play arrogant ball, lousy ball. Like, that was disgusting. From minute 1, they weren't prepared. They weren't firing up. Like, it is just bad from top to bottom, honestly. The blame, honestly, in my opinion, goes to the manager. And then you could filter in the bozos like Maguire and De Gea. But honestly, the blame has to start from the top, because had he had a lineup, or had he started aggressively, then it would have been a different story. Because you only need one or two, and you put Sevilla away. But instead, you decide to fiddle around, meddle around, and you blow it. So let's start at the top when it comes to this result.
Wait.
Let me come to Yassi, then I'll take your money, because Yassi, talk to me. Thoughts on it and so forth.
You know, Mourinho opened up his mouth.
And he said, wait, hold on. I didn't say Mourinho. Okay, fine.
Listen. So hold on. First of all, shout out to Mourinho. I mean, he's in the semifinal. Shout out to him. He opened up his mouth and said the famous quotes that till today people are using. The famous phrase, football editation. People forget. What is the context to that? That was after we got knocked out by none other than Sevilla in the Champions League. We got knocked out, Sevilla, because we got knocked out at home. We conceded 2 goals by one guy that I've never heard before, Husam Ben Yedder. He became famous. Till today, many United fans have a nightmare because of that guy. There is something about Sevilla that they just punk us.
Don't you have more football heritage in the Champions League?
They punk us. No,
but yes, but I want to know.
They do,
who do you blame more, De Gea or Maguire for that first goal?
I think it was. I said, okay, I'm gonna be fair. 80-20. 80% Maguire, 20% De Gea. Because here's the issue. De Gea didn't have any. They didn't have the options because, and then what Sevilla did was smart. They did what is called they set a pressing trap. They allowed Maguire to get into that position, and once he gets the ball, they trap him. And the thing is like both Maguire, both De Gea, they should have understood that, but they didn't. But the most idiotic thing about Maguire is the option he took was he wanted to go to Wan-Bissaka. The whole reason why you got the ball was because there was a guy standing there blocking the passing lane for Wan-Bissaka. So the reason why
it's a Maguire, because also remember Yasir, he passed without even looking. Because he was so sure he'd make the pass, and he was so unaware of his surroundings. He didn't even look. Like, as soon as he came, he already passed over to Wan-Bissaka without even looking at the press trap. So
the guy who got the tackle in to actually win the ball was a guy that was standing next to Wan-Bissaka. Literally, the guy that was standing next to Wan-Bissaka. The Maguire had 2 options, and people tell me that Maguire is one of the best players, best center back in terms of playing out front back. Like that's what people told me. Like that's what Gary Neville and all them lot tell me, that he's good at passing out the back. He had 2 options: either go back to De Gea, or if you're good enough, if you are, they have the Zinizukwa, you could literally make a pirouette and turn and literally beat the press. But I'm gonna tell you this, HH. I'm gonna give you a secret. Here's a secret, HH. Man United secret. how to beat Man United. If any one team wants to, like, if any scouts are out there, if any football analyst or any pro player are watching this, and you're playing against Man United, do this thing, and you will have almost an.
Are you holding a pen?
Yeah, holding a pen.
Okay.
You will have a 75% chance of winning the game. You press Man United. Man United crumbles so much under the press. Every game we lost massively and big. You look at it. All the team had to do was press. Liverpool pressed the life out of us. We crumbled. Man City, when we went away to City, we crumbled. Brentford, the same. We conceded the same exact goal twice in one season. If people forgot about the 4-0 against Brentford, the same thing happened. De Gea passed to Maguire. Maguire passed to Eriksen. Eriksen they literally pressed Eriksen, lost the ball, and they shot at De Gea and conceded. It's literally the same exact thing. If for whatever reason, if you press Man United, especially if you're away from home, and you have the crowd behind you, Man United will fold. I came to the realization that there's so much that Man United, this team is not as good as people think it is. It's not as good as Man United fans think.
Yes, he said Ten Hag was the second coming of Christ.
And Ten Hag is a good manager, but at the same time, one thing I realized by Ten Hag is he's extremely naive,
stubborn.
He's not even stubborn. I think it's naivety. There's a sense where he doesn't. Up to today, I still don't think he understands the players he has.
Arrogant.
That's
crazy. 5-year contract.
No, that's it. Yes, that's a crazy comment.
No. I'm telling you, he believes that David De Gea is a modern day keeper. He believes.
How many months has he been in?
Samuel, you know what's crazy? You know what's so crazy? It's like someone was trying to literally give him a reality check. I was watching the press conference yesterday. It was like him and Eriksen was in the press conference. And they were talking, you know what they were talking about? They were talking about David De Gea. And he was saying, yeah, I love David De Gea. He does absolutely brilliantly. He can play from the back. He's good from playing the back. He's a top keeper. What happened? Literally, what happened? 24 hours later, David De Gea was trying to play like a modern-day keeper. And guess what? It didn't work, did it? He couldn't do it, did it? You know what's funny? If people watch Man United, David De Gea was trying his best to play like a modern-day keeper for a time. If you could closely watch Man United, you will see David De Gea attempted to pass off from the back, attempted to pass into midfield, attempted to do this. And at times, we wouldn't get caught up for it. But guess what happens? It will catch up to you eventually. It will. That's the truth. That third goal we conceded with David De Gea had tell me, does David De Gea and the old David De Gea in his right mind would never do that? David De Gea in his right mind would never come off his line like that.
Wait, hold on. Yes, real quick. So the streets are saying that you've stopped fasting. Have you stopped fasting now?
No.
So you're still fasting?
I'm still fasting.
Oh, because they said because they're saying that the streets are saying that you're now back to old Yasia.
I think he's doing okay.
Okay. No, I'm reporting for the streets. I'm just reporting from the streets. I'm reporting from the streets. I've got to keep my ears to the streets, so continue.
And the last thing I'm going to say is, yes, Maguire and De Gea had horrendous games, yes. But I'm not going to lie to you. We got punked. We got abused. We got bullied by Sevilla. The contrast between the first leg and second leg is night and day. It's like two different teams. It's like two different realities. We couldn't dictate the play. Our midfield got absolutely bullied. Acuna looked like he's $100 million right back, a left back. Acuna looks like he is absolutely world class. He is
a World Cup winner.
In both legs, he bullied Anthony. He bullied him. Anthony literally, if I was Anthony, I would have punched him. I would have got mad and just punched him because he got bullied.
Violence.
Stand up is up. And then.
No, you have to last thing because we need to move. Okay, last thing, and then we have to take the numbers.
R.I.P. Jadon Sancho. R.I.P. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what's. I am not going to lie to you. This guy is so bad. It's actually scary. It's actually scary.
Yeah, see, they say that he's a power league player, five-a-side merchants. Indoor football FTW. So
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even know. I think he's like Raheem Sterling at this point. Like I'd rather have Raheem Sterling right now. I'm telling you.
Sterling takes people on.
Yeah, I'd rather have Sterling HH.
I mean, Sterling gives you pace. It doesn't give you the pace. It gives you the pace.
Can you speak on this?
Okay. The last with Jadon Sancho, and I'm gonna end it. The thing that really, really disappoints me with Sancho is he plays like he's afraid. HH, like you can't. No matter how much you're in bad form, all that stuff, you cannot play fearful. Sancho is fearful of a tackle. Sancho is fearful of running. Like, how can you be afraid to run? I don't get it. It's football.
Yes,
wait, hold on. Let me go to Dubinsky's. So, Vivi, last 6 sides to knock out Man United in the knockouts of UCL and the Europa League were Spanish teams. Premier League on fraud watch. Erik Ten Hag said he came to end errors. Who the hell is this bald-headed bum?
It was twice. We lost to Barcelona twice, 2009 and 2011. Then we got knocked out by Sevilla. Then we got knocked out by Sevilla again in the Europa League. And then we went to Villarreal in the final and we lost. And then now we got knocked out by Sevilla again. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never hated a player more than I hated Lamela. I don't know why.
No, I want HH to cook me because
I hate that so much.
No. Because I want to hear from you. Let me get this dropped, and I want to hear from you very briefly for sure. Yeah. So, whimsical thought. Mourinho 1 week ago. Are we sure Roma are third? Are we sure Juventus that doesn't have 59 points? I mean, we are in Italy. Hey, bro, he knew.
Mourinho was never wrong. He's never wrong.
Guys, let's be real. Juve, like, it's a sham.
We said this in January. We said this in January.
It's a sham. Albert Cardenas, what can I say except Ronaldo lives? Erik Ten Hag equals fraud. Wait, you mean he lives in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, what does that have to do with Ronaldo?
What the hell? Dash 3. United spent 100 mil on a right winger with no pace named Sancho. It's flopped, so they moved him left and spent another 100 mil on a right winger with no pace, Anthony.
They weren't.
Let me just.
Yeah, they weren't 100 mil.
Where am I? So there we go. That's what you call an L.
I was gonna say something, but.
So the outstated Jose Mourinho is in the semis of a European competition and currently 4th. Actually third, in Serie with an average Roma squad of fruit sellers, baking trays, and faucets. Respect. No. Let's go. We'll talk about Mourinho. We'll talk about him very soon. Just 3. Man U eliminated Mourinho advance. Poetic justice. Yes. Karma. Shout out to Christos, my guy. HH, here's my best win tax. Hey, I say thanks to the HH on Discord because of the 4 days, man. Thank you, man. Also, figure out to schedule my editor pokes me. I'm keeping the Bram stuff specifically for you. Yes, guys. Christop's house, some Abramovich secret stuff that he's going to share. Hopefully, we're going to share that with you very soon, man. Bram lives. Bram, we need you back, bro. Bram, we need you back. I beg you. So, RDS, let me before you cook it. I want everyone in United guys to know. Whose fault do you put, Maguire or De Gea, for that first goal?
It's both of them, but that's Maguire's fault because I'd say it's 60-40. De Gea should be senior enough to know like you can't play the pass there, like especially when you're looking around like there's 3 defenders around. Be at least a bit more intelligent. You don't have to listen to the guy, but at the same time, Maguire does call for the ball. So if you're going to call for the ball, you should be able to. You should be able to know to be able to receive the ball.
And also, because my view is Ten Hag is most at fault for forcing De Gea to do something that he can't do. So do you think that it's still on De Gea, or do you think it's on Ten Hag to trying to force De Gea to play from the back when he obviously can't?
To be honest, I think Ten Hag managed. Ten Hag, I've literally just finished being live on my channel, so I think that Ten Hag managed both legs badly anyway. Actually, one thing I'll ask the panel, just because I'm scratching my head here about this. Because obviously we played the semi-final against Brighton on Saturday.
Sunday.
Sorry. So Maguire is suspended for that game, and I think Luke Shaw's injured. So can you tell me what the back four is going to be against
No,
Brighton?
Luke Shaw came on, so he should be good.
Was he not? I saw him.
Yeah,
He
he was
looked like
touching his leg. Yeah, he just touched his leg the last 15 minutes. He looked injured. He was walking around.
Yeah.
Who
So I won't be
cares? They're losing
surprised
anyway.
because he literally just come back from injury. So what's
Can you recall Stam or Gary Pallister? Can they do a job for you?
I wish. I wish.
Bro, I think Gary Pallister can do a job.
I think Yap Stam do a better job than Maguire.
I think Casemiro probably played the center. Yeah, probably.
Going to put Casemiro in defense.
In the midfield.
Yeah,
actually not
he has before though.
Actually, not think that United actually have a chance. Now that Maguire is actually suspended, because bro, I think any academy defender would have been far better than that guy. Like seriously.
Well, it is Brighton. No, but where do you go from here to fin? I mean, because this was an elder, and you have to give Sevilla props.
Yeah, of course. It can't, like, I knew that as soon as we conceded that second goal to Old Trafford, I was like, oh, away to Sevilla, they're going to be up for it. And then as soon as we conceded the first goal, but I think what's surprising about this United team was I was like, come on, guys, the mentality. Yes, you only conceded one. It was the first goal in 8 minutes. Why are your heads down? And that for me that's something that Ten Hag can't necessarily coach. That comes from your captain, who for some reason is still at the club, needs to be sold ASAP. Maguire, I mean,
how is he still captain? Is this just English tax? How is he still captain when he's literally the worst player in your team?
But like I said, people say white privilege isn't a thing. Like I said, I tell me, you know what I mean? Like, oh, Tomori, who apparently was crap, so Southgate didn't take him for England, is now playing in a UCL semi. Maguire, enough said. But according to Southgate, Tomori is young and is inexperienced, and Maguire, is into Maguire's credit, he is somewhat decent for England, So so I'm not going to criticize him.
Yeah, because he's so pragmatic, man.
Yeah, but he's pragmatic.
The line is so deep. They play with Rice and Kevin Phillips. It's like
at the end of the day, United over two legs. I think the frustrating thing is that every goal that Sevilla scored was as a direct result of a United mistake. Every goal. It wasn't like they cut us open and kind of scored us.
Wait, what was the mistake of the corner, the second goal?
I would have argued that De Gea misread the flight of the ball. So, I mean, you could say maybe that one, but still.
Also, he had a free header as well. Casemiro.
Bro, you know how crazy that is. All 5 goals they scored are United mistakes.
Like the only goal that they actually scored, I thought you could say was like legit, as in like from their on play, was probably the goal that was disallowed today.
Oh, yeah,
that was probably the goal where you're like, okay, they worked it through, they scored the goal, etc. All 5 goals over 2 legs were because...
and also you have to add as well that this is a team who are 8 points from relegation.
Yeah, exactly. It's awful, but then at the same time, you're like, as Sam's here, it's like we lost, and Elijah, we lost 7-0 to Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah.
So is 3-0 away to Sevilla really? And Liverpool were, I don't know, were they 7th or 8th at that point? I can't remember, or they weren't doing well.
Yeah.
It was really 3-0 away to Sevilla when you've done that surprising.
Actually, no. We'll come back to it, but we have to touch on the movement. We have to touch on it, and then we'll come back to this afterwards.
You're really excited, bro.
Okay, so guys, let me tell you why I may be a bigger jinx. So we're watching the game and so forth, and obviously I watched the United game. Then on the Twitch stream, they said, "Yo, Roma have scored." I was like, "What, my boy?" I go and start watching Roma. as I'm watching Roma then score again, it's disallowed. Then Feyenoord score. I'm like, screw this. I then turn off the whole stream. Then I tweeted that, yep, it's done, blah, blah, Roma rats, okay, what is what it is. Then I hear, I said, wait, why is Dybala trending? Then Roma's now, when I saw Roma score again, I said, that's it, I'm not watching. So I promise you, if I'd watched the extra time, Roma lose. Fact, they'd have lost. So I said, Uncle, this is for you. Let me put myself out of this and give you the best possible chance. I just watch, look at that. If I want to do the Dubinsky. So I promise you, if I'd watched that whole thing, Boom, 100% Feyenoord have won.
I
Guys,
think I can give you.
So that's it. But here's my thing that says this. Let's see. He's already done the Conference League and so forth. I don't think he can win this. If he somehow gets through Leverkusen with Julian Wirtz, Xabi Alonso, and all those dudes, that would be crazy because I think Leverkusen is those guys are tough. But can you beat Sevilla or Juve in the final? I mean, Juve would be because Juve would be the return of actually this if he beats Juve in the final.
Yeah.
But
I actually hope it's Juve.
I know, but all I'm saying is that guys, come on, okay, Sam, why can't Mourinho be given his props of being an incredible manager, i.e., take the club people from here to here without spending any oil money?
A little shameless indirect there.
Yes. No. It's direct. It's not indirect. It's direct. It's straight. It's straight. It's like Jon Snow in Game of Thrones, man. Come on, with the sword. Yeah.
But you have to give Mourinho his respect. I'm not gonna lie to you. You go to a Roma team that do they have? Tammy Abraham,
Pellegrini.
Come on, and
El Shaarawy.
That guy.
Yeah, and you said like like that's means something.
Isn't he a Euro winner though? So
Chris Smalling, man. Big up Chris Smalling. I take it United right. I take it United right now.
Maguire. He's better than Maguire. Yeah.
They have Wijnaldum as well. Gini Wijnaldum.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
But haven't Liverpool's midfield been brickish since Wijnaldum left though? If you think about it.
We've always said that we've never replaced Wijnaldum, and that's on FSG and Klopp, to be honest. But
can Mourinho? Because I don't think he can.
No, they can't.
They can't win it. I don't think they can.
Sorry, if they box Sevilla, they're not winning. They're not winning the final. Like Sevilla will wrap it up.
See, for me, I think you will beat Sevilla. I think Juve. But see, I'll be shocked if Sevilla over 2 legs. I think. See, if it was a one-off game, I think Sevilla would win. Over two legs, I think Juve have. I think Juve have got them.
I mean, Allegri's on fire.
No, they can beat them. I just think over 2 legs, I'll put my money. No, both sides can win, but I'll put my money on Juve. If it was a final, Sevilla would probably win.
Sam,
over 2 legs,
Juve just paid to get them back where they are. Juve being Sevilla in the final.
But one thing you cannot do. But one thing you cannot do in football is say the word can't. That's the thing. So I would not be surprised. Let us not be surprised if Roma does get to the final and makes shit happen.
Now, if Mourinho does and I would say, I say this is Doi. This is Doi. This is Doi.
Yeah, I mean,
does he? What do you? Does he? If Pep doesn't win the CL, and Mourinho does this, what
RDS. Yeah. And this is for you, RDS, for Yassier. Brace yourself. It's happening. It's happening. Like it's happening. Like Smash already given the idea. I'm gonna put because RDS. I don't care. I'm winning more money off of this whole stuff. At least if I'm going to be depressed, let me be a rich depressed man. Let me be a wealthy depressed man at least.
That's my idea also. I said, oh my God.
Keep on saying City. HA, just keep on saying City going to win a treble and win Champions League. Just keep on saying that.
I can't get to the jinx balance right though. So I think it's working against me now and everything. Because I think the jinx gods know that I'm jinxing. So I'm trying to get the jinx balance right, but it's messing up.
But that's to work. You need all hands on deck. You need HA to say they'll do the treble. You need Call to support City. You need
bro, we did everything.
Bro.
Yo, guys, let me speak on this real quick.
Yeah, go for Yasin.
I don't understand. I do. I generally believe there's two. I think like 2 tribes, 2 parties, whatever. You know, you have like the conservative, whatever, Labor Party. Then you have the Democrats, Republicans. Then you have et cetera, right? The world is a split. And I feel like the footballing world is extremely split. There is the people that love Pep Guardiola, and there's people that love Mourinho. It's really that simple.
Yes.
And I think the people that love Pep Guardiola they're in the media the most Like there are a lot more people in the media that love Pep Guardiola than they love Mourinho. That's
for sure.
But all the cool people love Uncle Mo. Let's face it.
This is
exactly
true. Yes, this is
so,
true.
And the reason why I said this, and the reason why I bring this up, is because for whatever reason, lesser qualified managers, lesser managers, I give them praise for winning things or doing things that Mourinho is like head and shoulders above. Even this version of Mourinho is better than a lot of managers, in my general opinion. And it's going to shock you about the type of managers are linked to your club. In my opinion, Mourinho is better than Julian Nagelsmann. That is my opinion. In my opinion, I think he's better than Luis Enrique. I'm saying.
Yes. What are you trying to say?
So, in my opinion, he is better than, obviously 110% better than Mauricio Pochettino. But if I say something like that, I get crucified.
So you're telling me Chelsea should go back to Mourinho?
No, I'm not saying that, Sam. I'm not.
That sounds a charm. That sounds a charm.
But the thing is, even the notion of me saying this, I get abused. I don't even get abused from anyone. I get abused from Chelsea fans, which I don't understand. That's something I simply do not understand. What Mourinho is doing at Roma is unbelievable.
Yes.
Roma were nothing. They were irrelevant when he went into Roma. Honestly, Roma. But the year before he went to Roma, Man United ended up beating Roma like 6-3 in aggregate in the Europa League. Like seriously, the Roma was absolutely a waste of time. When was the last time they played Champions League? I think it was during the Totti era.
No. 20. Well, did you guys beat them in 2018? Yeah, Liverpool.
We played them in the semi.
Yes,
semis in 2018.
Then we played them in the semi. Yeah.
Yes. Well, that was,
They trust Chelsea on the way there, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I completely forgot about that. But what I mean is, like, Mourinho got crucified and got abused for his situation at two clubs, Man United and Tottenham. Tottenham is an excuse that every manager has because it's Tottenham. Tottenham is a waste of time and a waste of.
And he was not allowed to play a final. Final.
He plays the final, he wins the final.
Tottenham is like mud. Like the thing is, if you step on mud, you get mud on you. Like literally, that's what it is. You get dirty. Like they're mud. They're like dirt. Like you know what I mean? You step on dirt or mud, you get you get it on you. It's hard to take it off. That's literally what Tottenham is. And how bad was he really at Man United? I'm gonna be real with you, HH. We have till today, since I first retired, we haven't had the manager that got us the most points in the league was Mourinho. We finished with 81 points. We haven't gotten close to that. Mourinho won the Europa League for us, a European cup. When's the last time we won a European Cup? Last time we won a European Cup was in I don't remember. It was during
08.
Yeah.
The one that you cheated.
08.
10 men.
The last time.
I mean, you did slip in the rain, so
we won the cup. Last time we won the league, the Karbuki Cup was this season. The last trophy we won was under Mourinho. So how bad was he really? And so I'm not trying to ramble on and long, but I'm just saying I think it's absolutely hilarious and funny that when it comes down to big clubs and stuff like that, Mourinho is considered finished, considered done, not modern. But the people that consider modern, they don't win anything. All they do is they might look good and sexy, but it's like
no. As I said, I think the adage is a good manager is a good manager. Yeah. A great manager is a great manager is a great manager, man. So look, let me come over to Gartlop, then AK Casino spoke yet, and then Gartlop, talk to me. Thoughts on Mourinho making the semis?
What can I say? It's actually expected to a degree because Mourinho is that dude when it comes to like squeezing blood out of the rock. In that kind of scenario, man. The guy knows how to get to wins when you need this, man. I didn't really think he would do it with this Roma team. I thought Conference League is this Roma team expectations, but the guy's actually doing well, man. And if he wins this Europa League, I mean, to be honest, I rather he win it. In fact, I rather him, Leverkusen, or Juventus win it. I don't want Sevilla to win it because I'm getting tired of these guys winning this shit all the time.
This is crazy.
Not just that, like they go to the Champions League just to go to the Europa League now.
Yeah. Sevilla
man. And shout out to the fact that there are still 5 Serie teams in all European competitions.
Yes, absolutely.
Actually quite crazy.
Points, man.
I mean, like Serie is quite. You see, funny thing about Serie this year is that I rather insult them.
We're coming back
for the 15 points, or you praise them for this year because I don't know what to do. Then like,
no. You have to have a larger sample size. That's okay. What happens? Because
no. That's why I said for this year, you just praise them.
No. For this year, give them the dub. Give Serie the dub for this year because they've done well this year.
I give the Serie teams the dub. The federation is a bit trash. Like
because. What's going to happen? We're definitely having a Serie team in a UCL final, and we may. So there's a possibility that 2 Serie teams could be in 2 European finals, or even 3. Even there's a strong possibility.
I hope they win at least one of the European, because it would be sad if you have this many people and none of you won anything.
That's possible.
So yeah, it is possible. And so in this scenario for Mourinho, kudos to him. I rather see Roma in the Champions League. That would be nice to see Mourinho back in the Champions League. I'll be crazy, man. And to discuss about you, H, you said if you were a bigger jinx. Let me tell you something, a stat that you probably should know. There's a certain man who joined the club post 2020, and that club in any competition has not sniffed a quarterfinal.
This is cool.
I'm talking about Dutch Poker and Champions League. This they've not sniffed the semi-final. That is peak jinx, bro. Like, let's be honest, they've not even in. I thought it was only Champions League. I had to go and check their German Cup. They've not sniffed a semi-final since 2020, bro.
Damn.
So, like,
Koa is a curse on my club. It's just a catastrophe. Bayern Munich right now is a fucking mess.
No. Thanks to Core. Core is the issue. Okay, so leverage point, French point,
anyway, so look, that game, Roma versus Leverkusen, is going to be a sick game. Who's playing home at first?
Not sure. Let me find the ball. Continue.
But if the second leg is at Rome, I can see Mourinho doing this. And if he wins the Europa League, bro, that would be sick. Because to win 2 European competitions back to back.
Imagine if somehow on season he wins obviously the Conference League, he wins the Europa League, and then somehow it would never happen.
I was thinking
that's too crazy.
Imagine if he wins the Super Cup, like beats City in the Super Cup.
No, that's too crazy.
Roma gets first leg.
Yeah. First leg is at home for Roma, which I don't know whether that's.
That's it. They won't do that. First leg is at home.
Yes.
First leg back to Germany. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That would be a good semi-final. I'm actually looking forward to it, man. But both semi-finals in both Champions League and Europa League should be interesting, man. So yeah, kudos to Mourinho.
Let me come to Samasi, aka then Juve fan. So Samasi, thoughts on Mourinho saying what's up, getting back into the big time?
Pep could never. Let's face it. Pep needs to spend $1 billion on his player to win something, and he hasn't won a European trophy since 2011. Is it?
Yeah, no, I think the check bounced. The check bounced.
So he could never. Jose Mourinho is all about winning. He doesn't care which tactics, and he can make useless player useful. That's absolutely his thing. Let's face it, because Roma besides Dybala are fruit sellers. So kudos to him. And I have a vision, I have a dream. Could Jose Mourinho work at Bayern Munich? That's the question. Could he work at Bayern Munich? Because I'm getting desperate. My club is a total mess.
What's wrong with the Tuk?
He lost more games than Julian Nagelsmann, in the whole season. That's the problem with the Tug. We cannot score. Tuchel is there.
Dortmund can't win the Bundesliga though under Tuchel's watch.
Listen,
you can't.
That's a narrative that we need.
Oliver Kahn is probably getting fired. Let's face it.
He's getting sacked.
And apparently, Hoeneß, the son of Uli Hoeneß, will be our next CEO. Uli Hoeneß is looking like a mafia boss right now.
Keep it in the family. Okay, wait. Let me come to your boy. So, AK, talk to me. Mourinho, Uncle Mo saying what's up. I'm coming back.
Can I also talk about United?
Sure. Well, briefly, and go for it.
I've got to bounce, guys. Have a good stream.
All right, well, that's one. Peace out.
Yeah, kudos to Mourinho. He's playing well with the squad. The squad that's made up of pretty average players apart from Dybala. They should have won. They dominated Feyenoord today. I think they had 33 shots and they missed 8 big chances. So they Mourinho is actually playing good football with these guys. It's just that they always hit the post or they always mess up their chances. So yeah, they're playing really well. And on United, HH, do you want to know? Firstly, let me talk about Jadon Sancho. Do you want to know who Jadon Sancho was up against in their left wing?
Who?
He was against Jesus Navas. Do you remember Jesus Navas?
Of course, we all know Jesus Navas. Yes.
He is 38 years old. Jadon Sancho couldn't get past a pensioner.
Oh my God.
He's slower than a pensioner.
Well, 37. Going to be 38.
Jesus, man.
I forgot Jesus Navas was playing.
Respect my boy Jesus Navas.
Yeah, respect.
So he's pulling a LeBron.
He's pulling a LeBron, man.
I thought he retired.
Jadon Sancho could not get past a 37-year-old. And Jadon Sancho, I refuse. No, if Jadon Sancho is that guy, I refuse to call any Dortmund player a good signing from now on. If Jadon Sancho is your guy, Jadon Sancho one of your premier products, and people say Sancho at Dortmund is better than Bellingham, I refuse to believe that Jude Bellingham is anywhere near the levels for a Real Madrid or Liverpool.
No. You can't just blame Dortmund.
Yeah,
okay?
We have to.
No. Take City. City, for example.
Ridiculous.
They got Gundogan and they got Haaland.
100 million.
Gundogan and they got Haaland. It worked for them, bro. It worked for them.
United paid 100 million for a guy who's an F2 freestyle.
Nobody begged United not to pay 100 million
Jeremy
for
Lynch in Jadon Sancho's position, and they won't do worse. What is the point of this guy?
Look. I think he needs to go back to the mountains and
also, I need to talk on De Gea.
No, keep him in the mountains. Let him stay there.
I need to talk on De Gea. The problem with David De Gea is, he's they did a shot stopping statistic in the Premier League. Apparently, he's the 17th best shot stopper in the Premier League. So this shot stopping, he's good at shot stopping. That nonsense isn't true. First of all, this season, he can't claim crosses. He doesn't, command the defense, and he can't kick.
Facts.
Real Madrid are so lucky that their fax machine broke. Imagine David De Gea. They wouldn't have won a single title, let alone a three-peat.
Blessing in disguise.
And finally, Harry Maguire. HH. You talk about money laundering when Chelsea spent 600 million.
Yes, which I believe is money laundering.
Is Leicester getting 80 million for him a bigger case of money laundering?
No, I just think that's just theft. That's just theft. So if United want to pursue a label prosecution case, they have a case. So
they have
it's finessing.
Finesse. Yeah, they
have to bring Leicester to court. That asset is not worth 80 cents, let alone 80 million. What is this? They're so bad. They're terrible. And I'm not even on the midfield yet. That midfield is just 35-year-old Ivan Rakitic, and do you remember Fernando from Man City?
No. Look, shout out to Rakitic. Okay, look. So let me break in. So let me come to Juve fan and then 87 months. So Juve fan, thoughts on Maguire and United as well. Thoughts on Mourinho.
I just want to talk to Mourinho. I don't care about United. All right, bro.
Oh wow, that's harsh.
Mourinho's ability to overachieve at small clubs is undisputed.
Yes.
We all know that.
Yes.
But the thing is, I don't think Mourinho can cut it. Like the difference with Guardiola, like Guardiola is a big club manager. Like Mourinho,
because
like
he has
we
a lot
also
of money
Mourinho at
to
Real,
spend.
he didn't do much. Like Mourinho at Real, he didn't do much. He didn't win the Champions League. He had an amazing squad. He had
That's don't do that. Three guys missed his penalty. Wait, see. Three guys missed the penalties. What's he supposed to do? And also, by the way, his record still stands. That's goals record.
Yeah, the Schneider tax and that.
Can I say something? Pep Guardiola went to a sabbatical because he lost to Uncle Mo. Respect him.
Yes, this is true. This is true. So no, he succeeded at Real Madrid, just as Kaká, Cristiano Ramos conspired to make him lose that
Don't blame Kaká. Don't blame Kaká. Blame Ronaldo.
Yeah, still. Yeah. I still give Mourinho the dub though, because come on, being like a small club manager, overachieving at small clubs is obviously better than overachieving at the bigger clubs. But about the game with Juve, like if you face Roma, like Juve are better than Roma, man for man, we're better in every position.
Oh yes.
But what Mourinho has, he has the tactics and defensive-ness.
No, he has this too.
So you don't trust Allegri in the final?
Yeah.
2017, 2015?
Yeah. Mourinho will make the final. He will beat Leverkusen. I don't see him losing to that. And I believe we might. It's like a 50-50 with Sevilla. I don't really think we can beat them. But Allegri ball is working nowadays, so who knows? And Di Maria is coming clutch.
Wait, is Pogba back?
And in that
Yeah.
On that final, it's going to be very interesting, though, because Di Maria...
but look at this, though.
He's a real...
Sevilla have the second leg at home. That's very key. Sevilla have the second leg at home. That's very key.
Sevilla has nothing. Guys, Sevilla has nothing to lose.
Wait, let me come to 87. So 87, thoughts on Mourinho getting the Dubinsky, man?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, great. Okay, bro.
All right, yeah. I mean, it's a big achievement, man, for Roma. They got the job done at home. And the thing with this Roma team I noticed is that they're really good at home. It's just their away record has been kind of bad, and that's why they've struggled. So I'm kind of worried against Leverkusen because Leverkusen have been great. You know, Xabi Alonso's done a great job with the team, revitalized them. And for that Juve Sevilla, that's going to be really interesting because Sevilla has been terrible on the road. They're really bad on the road. So I think that's going to be.
But they have the second leg at home, though. They have the second leg.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. So yeah, Juventus have to win the first leg, I would say. If they don't, I think Sevilla might advance. So
you said that. So do Juve need at least a 2-goal deficit to take to Seville? At least a 2-goal deficit.
I would probably say so. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're to put money on someone to win the Europa League right now, who would you put your money on to win the whole thing?
It's really difficult.
Don't say Sevilla.
It's really difficult. Well, I'm gonna. Well, my original prediction was Roma at the beginning of the season, so I guess I'll stick with Roma.
Let me hit the jobs and we'll be out of here, guys. Just 3. Man U were bad, but let's not take it from Sevilla. Fighting relegation all season. I think they're only 8 points from relegation. On their on their third manager this season. Incredible atmosphere, football heritage. Yeah, man. Like, cause obviously, that bomb, Sampoli obviously got sacked. So I thought it was the second manager, their third manager. Look, and if you look at how Sevilla played, they were amazing. I think when they beat it 2-2, it was over because they had all the momentum. So even if Maguire didn't make the mistake, look at that crowd. They were amped up. And I think United just they didn't have anything to respond to just how partisan that crowd was in Sevilla.
We're taking the knee mid-match. This is the problem.
Are Sevilla the Real Madrid version of the Europa League?
Absolutely.
Sevilla the Real Madrid version of the Europa League.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, 100%.
They win it. They'll win the 7th. That's ridiculous. 7 Europa Leagues if they win it.
Wait, hold on. Did they do a 3-piece or a 4-piece? It was a 3-piece, wasn't it?
3-piece.
3-piece. Yeah, they're the Real Madrid. Like, that's my thing. That's like, look, it's like, what's so crazy is, you see, when they won it the last time, they were always like a top 4 team, top 6 team. What's crazy if they do it now is how much they've been struggling. And as this guy said, they're on their third manager. So this is probably the worst they've been domestically while being in the Europa League. So, because for me, put it this way, if they beat you, Juventus, they're winning it. If they make a final, Leverkusen and Roma are not beating Sevilla in the final.
Okay, I have a question. In Europe, I know he lost in a final in the FA Cup final, but in Europe, has Mourinho ever lost a European final?
Does Super Cup count?
No.
I don't think he has then, because if we're not counting the Super Cup, I think in every European final he's gotten the Dubinsky.
So that's what some
you know what's going on, UEFA Cup final. What did he say? Sorry, Europa League final, the UCL finals, Conference Cup final. So basically, put it this way: do you know what the most interesting final would be? Roma Sevilla.
Yes.
Football heritage and a guy who is an expert at finals.
Yes.
So shout out to your boy Wink. My United season is severely overrated. Uncle Mo. Look, let me ask you this, Yassi and Jace West. If you come third, no FA Cup. So if you come third and just a Karabuki, success or failure of a season?
That's a success.
Yeah, it's still a success because we were not. I predicted we weren't going to get top 4.
Yeah.
I was happy to get a trophy and top 6 at least.
Okay.
Everyone forgets what last season was. I mean, there's a max exodus of fans. So.
JTED, what a trophy was a thing. What a trophy was a thing.
We lost. We were the semi-final merchants. That's what we were.
Bro, we couldn't win anything. That's the thing. People don't understand.
Wait, hold on. So, musical thoughts. Mourinho won the Europa League with United when half of their squad were.
Yes.
Wait, remember that famous photo where everybody's literally on crutches and so forth? Bro, guys, if ever a photo represents Dodd, is that photo where you have guys like in street clothes, in crutches, like guys in a canister, a guy that has like sellotape on his head and so forth. Like this guy literally got like crutches, bandanas, hospital things, nurses to bring say what's up, man. Come on. Musical thought again. Hope, take it from me. Bring back Uncle Mo. Chelsea with Mourinho's marriage made in heaven. Here is the thing.
Third time to try.
No. Elijah. When we talked about, I said that I'd take him and I was attacked. Guys said, don't go away, stop it, don't go back. I said, why not? Because as Yase just said rightfully, Mourinho is better than Nagelsmann. Mourinho is better than Enrique.
Yeah.
Klopp is spoken for. Ancelotti is spoken for. Pep is spoken for. All the top guys are spoken for. So my thing though is, if Mourinho makes himself available, because now see, here is where he knows the club makes sense. You know how people say, "Oh, Lampard knows the club." No. I don't care how much Lampard knows the club. He's garbage. He's horrible. He's horrendous. He should retire. For Mourinho, he knows the club, and as we've seen, he's still an amazing manager. But do you know what the issue is? Can Mourinho work with these numbskulls as owners? That's my thing. Because the issue why Nagelsmann works is because Nagelsmann is young. He's impressionable and he doesn't have as much cash as Mourinho. Mourinho is coming in with, bro, you know what I've done at my legacy. But the owners want a yes man. Mourinho's not a yes man. So if you bring in Mourinho, he's going to be head honcho. So you set up a business. And the issue with these owners is they want to be involved. That's the freaking problem. So 100%, of course I'll take Mourinho back.
I think
Mourinho, if Mourinho is back, I am, forget complicated, I am a full-on proper Chelsea if Mourinho is back.
You know what's...
I will support Chelsea also.
Yes, Samasi joined me. Yes, all of you joined me.
Yeah. HH, before we get out of here,
yes, sir.
I personally would like to give a shout out to West Ham United, who possibly may have a chance to win another European trophy. Yeah, they're in the semis. They may have another chance. They may have another chance to win another European trophy before Tottenham.
Wait, who is in the Conference League? Who are the other teams?
Let me look off here. So
Fiorentina.
So basically, so West Ham against AZ Alkmaar, the Dutch guys. Fiorentina against Basel.
Yeah.
What? Look, man. Yeah. They could. It's possible.
Also, can you please put a break for the Uber Eats League? We've officially had all of our teams eliminated.
Yeah, he's got eliminated today.
All right, let me hit that for you.
And you know what's crazy? Moyes may leave at the end of the season too.
Are we going to see West Ham in the Championship while playing in the Europa League next season?
Europa League, yeah.
Now that's what we're doing. So guys, look, man. We'll be back here on Saturday where we'll be seeing how many goals City scored against Sheffield United. And of course, previewing the Brighton game and also talking more about how Juve paid to get them their 15 points back. Those damn cheats. It's been good. I'll see you guys Saturday. Peace. Bye.